In Buddhism, the word for meditation is bhavana, which is often translated as cultivation or development of the mind. Sometimes that it can be useful to remind ourselves of that we're cultivating skillful qualities of mind, developing these skillful qualities, bringing them up when they weren't there before, or developing them further. So the number one skillful quality is sati, mindfulness, or the ability to recollect or keep in mind a meditation object. Could be the breath, which is a very universal meditation object. Could be mindfulness directed to the body. Could be mindfulness directed to the object of loving kindness and compassion. But much of our effort is directed to establishing mindfulness using an object such as the breath. Many of us come to meditation because we've experienced some stress, or agitation, anxiety in our life. And we're looking to go beyond that. But we can't achieve the peace of mind we desire simply by wanting it. We have to develop the qualities of mind, such as the mindfulness and the effort and the patience that will help to settle the mind and focus the mind on these skillful qualities which bring with them a feeling of peace, stability. And when you put effort into keeping the breath in mind, remembering the breath, or recollecting the feeling of the in and out breath, means you have to let go of all the other distracting thoughts and other issues you might normally be thinking about, the things that preoccupy our mind. But we have to use effort because the mind keeps returning to what it's used to. Thoughts about our life, who we are, who we want to be, our family, our work, our relationships, and so on. There always seems to be something you need to think about when you start meditating. And quite often the last thing your mind wants to do is be with something as subtle and as neutral as the breath. There's always something else more important, more exciting, interesting, more urgent. That's why we have to keep bringing up the patience, the effort, and use some understanding as well. Develop a good attitude. So you understand why your mind keeps returning to its old ways of thinking, but at the same time you're willing to practice to let them go. If you keep bringing your attention back to the feeling of the in-breath, the out-breath, put effort into your posture, keep letting go of the distracting thoughts and the sleepiness, then sooner or later you will find that your mind does settle down, feels more calm, stable. And as mindfulness improves, you gain some clarity. And the practice becomes more enjoyable and a little easier. And you see more clearly and more quickly what the obstacles are. You notice when your mind gets caught into distracted thinking and different issues that fill it up, whether it's strong emotional reactions to things or just mundane thoughts bubbling up into the mind. If you keep practicing regularly, improving your mindfulness, your effort, your patience, you'll find that it gets easier to let go. It doesn't necessarily mean that all thoughts will stop, or all sensations in your body, or sounds from outside and so on will stop. But with better mindfulness, you can relax and you don't have to follow every thought, every memory. You don't have to be curious about every sound, every feeling. You can know things and then put them down, rather than getting entangled with everything. Your mind can experience a little bit of freedom by letting go. With that freedom, we experience some peace, some relief, and usually that will motivate us to keep practicing. So we can keep meditating together for another period of time till you hear the sound of the bell.